Hey folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man at your services. Now I know what you're thinking. Kilt-Man, you could have done your hair, couldn't you? Guess what? This is me after having done my hair. Rebellious, of course. How are you all? Hope you're doing very, very well. Now, spider bites. Now, some of you guys know that I've done videos on spiders, or eight-legged, freakish friends before. Because living in the Kilt Mansion, there are great big cold areas of floorboards and cobwebs. There's attics, there's lofts. There's no cellars, or are there? But there's lots of domains for our spidery buddies. And the conservatory, yes, that nightmare that's out there right now, which by the way, regular viewers, it's getting rebuilt soon. It's getting measured up tomorrow. So we're going to have a brand spanking new conservatory. All $5,000 worth of it. Holy shit. Be worth it then. And you guys will see it too. But I did a couple of videos on the incredible spider that was living in the top corner of that dilapidated conservatory with the most bizarre colouring and patterns on its back and a big bulbous sort of abdomen. Not the kind of spider that you normally see. But anyway, as horrific and as beautiful as she was, she lob. I kind of got used to him, and you know he was okay. I didn't mind him, and in the end, a massive web he formed up in the beams of the conservatory, and he filled this, with webs, and obviously he was catching all sorts there. But he'd come out in the daytime, and he'd sit right in the middle, and wouldn't really see him move, to be honest. And then after months and months of getting to know him and, getting his backstory, getting to know the kids and all that, seeing his photos, his home videos, he stopped moving and he just kind of like crawled up into a ball. Yeah, he was dead. Oh, damn. One of the only occasions where I've actually formed an attachment to an arachnid. Because normally, and most of my family as well, are arachnophobes. And I've encountered some really big spiders in some very strange, exotic places too. But you kind of appreciate that that's their domain, that they live there, that's okay. Don't disturb them, and they won't disturb you. And if you're doing a particular job, you're digging a shell scrape, you're making a bivvy, you're doing whatever, and one of these scuttles around, or you're moving stuff around, one of these suddenly appears. Well, you've got to focus on the job at hand. Bite your lip, don't scream, and just either brush it away, or just drop the stuff and calmly walk away and scream about 3 miles away from it. But in this country, you get like that big freakish thing, but you get the common British house spider. Anyway, what I'm getting to, folks, is this: that I have been bitten by a spider, and trust me, folks, although I'm grinning now, it's no laughing matter. It really isn't. About a week ago, there was something on the back of my leg. I mean, if you play your cards right, I might show you. I might not, because it's up the kilt, and it's not a very pretty sight. I mean, no, up the kilt is a pretty sight as far as I'm concerned, and I've been told it's quite a pretty sight. But what the spider's done to me ain't so pretty. But anyway, so I was aware of a pain, sort of just above my knee, sort of where your thigh begins to start above the knee, but sort of round the back. It's on the cusp, the turn of the leg, sort of thing. And I thought, oh, what's that? Ow, that's a bit sore. But there wasn't really any sort of lump. There wasn't really any redness. And that was like last week. And then I kind of forgot about it. But then as the couple of days went by, I thought, oh, that's it. What is that? Oh, there is a mark there. Oh, it's a bite. Now, the thing about bites, folks, when I go abroad, I don't get bitten by anything. Unless I've paid exotic money for it. I don't get bitten. But I do get bitten in this country, and I get bitten in Scotland. I mean, the Highland midges, they're renowned, they're legendary. Sheila the spider's got nothing on the Highland midges. Those fuckers, they will engorge themselves upon you and then just go and sit off for a bit. And then they'll remember and they'll follow your scent and go. They'll be back at your campsite before you are. They'll be back at your hotel, and your hotel might be miles and miles away, and you've got a tour bus back there. they'll follow you. It's been proven. They do. They go back to the same victim and engorge some more. And those bastards take a chunk of skin as well. They don't just nip in and suck stuff out. They chomp. God, that's prehistoric. These are the things in the legendary lost scene of King Kong, in the spider pit as it's known, where there's all the horrible bugs and critters. I know Peter Jackson in his lavish remake of King Kong really went to town on that sequence. Brilliant. But the original King Kong from 1933 had that scene in there, and it was deemed too horrific, and it was taken out. Only like certain images and paintings exist of it now. But there were spiders and all sorts of weird, horrible critters down there. So where was I going with that? But yeah, so these horrible things, you know, midgets would give anything from the spider pit a run for its money. But anyway, so this bite, this thing, over the weekend it got worse, and then Mrs. Kilt-Man, in a rare moment of physical contact in the boudoir, accidentally brushed against me in the middle of the night. And I woke up, oh Jesus, I had to get out and have a look and to see who touched me. Who are you? Your wife. Oh God, I thought it was a nightmare. I jest. And I had a look at it, and oh my God, it was obscene. And the next couple of days it got worse and more painful, in fact incredibly painful. And so I took myself off to the doctor a couple of days ago. I went to the chemist first of all, because Mrs. Kilt-Man said, because this COVID fucking thing is still going on. But you know, it's Christmas. And the new variant, folks, the new variant, Omicron B, it's an anagram of no crimbo. For those of you that don't live around here, crimbo in Merseyside, Scouse speak, is Christmas. So it's just like, oh, we're going to cancel Christmas all over again, like we did last year. Anyway, enough of the politicking. But so you're not meant to go to the doctors. It's made phone consultations, but you can't go in unless it's something serious, obviously. And so the wife said, just go to chemist, they'll sort you out, they'll give you some cream for that. So off I went, and I said, I'm going to have to show you this. And he went, okay. And we've got a little consultation room, and it was a bloke, and I said, I built up the suspense, that, you know, I built up the scenario as to how this may have transpired, and then pulled up the kilt, and he went, right, go to your doctors right away. He said, there's nothing I can give you for that. You're right on the borderline of big infection. Something you don't really want to hear, is it? That put a dampener on my day, I can tell you. I went, oh. He said, go there now. And if you can't go in there, go to the drop-in centre at the local hospital. What? Now I know you can't just go into the doctors. You've got to make an appointment there. You can't just rock up there. They're going to tell you to on your way. And so I phoned them and I said, you know, it's pretty serious. Apparently the chemist said it's pretty nasty, so I've got to come and see you. Right, made an appointment, went down there, and it was a lovely lady doctor. And I said, I've got something horrible to show you, and it's took me kilt. She goes, I've seen everything, she said. I went, you haven't seen nothing like this. She goes, I've seen your pictures on Facebook. I know exactly what's up there. So anyway, I lifted it up and she went, oh, it's a spider bite. And then, for the second time that day, there was something I didn't want to hear. What? A spider bite? Here? In this country? She said, I thought, shit, well, what kind of spider's done that? And she said, just a house spider. A British common or garden house spider. Well, common or garden. It'd be a garden spider and a house spider. They're the same thing. And you can get some big critters too. Every single spider has venom. Every single spider. And it's a true thing that the bigger the spider is, the less potent its venom is to us humans. The smaller they are and the prettier they are. And that sounds a bit ironic, that, doesn't it? But the more colourful markings they have, they're the dangerous ones, you know. They're full of toxin. and you could die very quickly. And so she went like, that's just a British house spider. And I went, well, why have I reacted like that? Surely I've been bitten before. And she went, well, it's just, you just took a bad reaction to this one. This isn't like some kind of new variant, is it? Some arachnid variant following the COVID path. She said, no. And I said, there's no babies in there, is there? Let's just get that one stamped out. She said, nah, don't do that, it's a myth. I know it's a myth, but still, you start itching and you feel movement in there. I'll be a daddy to a bunch of spiders. Spiderlings, they're called, which makes it sound really cute, but that's nothing cute about spiderlings. And I said, right, well, you need to go on a really intense course of antibiotics. Oh, great, yeah. Oh, that screws you up, doesn't it? Can't drink on them, can you? You can. There's another myth exploded for you. Antibiotics, drinking doesn't stop them from working, but it can have other side effects. Like it make you drowsy or whatever, it can just make you feel a bit more iffy or get you drunk a lot more quicker than usual, but it doesn't stop them at all, so don't go thinking that. And I've had that confirmed by a lot of medical people in the know. Do I trust them? Yes, I do. Which reminds me. Now there's been times when I've thought with the pain on that, I wouldn't mind just pouring some whiskey on it. As if. Get the spiderlings pissed. Cheers. But she said, yeah, it's a very strong course of antibiotics. Normally prescribed for a bite like this, I'd prescribe 250 milligrams. I'm prescribing 500 milligrams for you. Again, something else I didn't want to hear. Jesus, how bad is this? And she said, look, you need to make sure. She said, we've caused it in time, she said. I'm sure within 48 hours of taking these antibiotics, it's 4 a day, you will see a vast improvement. Well, it'll be 48 hours since the first tablet was taken at tea time tonight. And I haven't seen any improvements up to now. I think I'm getting used to the sight of it, which is not a pretty sight. But she said, you've got to watch out for tracks. Now, you know what they are, don't you? Not the tracks on an album. That's where the poison is getting into the bloodstream and going through the veins. And it'll begin to start following the blood through your veins to your heart. Once it reaches, and again, another sort of myth, that once it reaches your heart, you're dead. Although that's not really so much a myth. Before it reaches your heart, you'd have probably died quite a long time before that actually happens. Because once it starts affecting your bloodstream, any toxin, any poison, and if it's not treated quickly, sepsis and, of course, coma and death. Way! It was a wonderful day, that, discovering I've been bitten by it. One of the things I am most terrified of, spiders. One of those fuckers have bit me, and I'm now in dire jeopardy of losing my life. Jesus. So anyway, I'm on these tablets, and as I say, there's no sort of marked improvement. It's a large area, and she again, this is something else I didn't want to hear. She was, oh yes, it's full of pus. What? Oh, come on. And I'm one of them that, you get like a spot, or you get like, anything, a scab, scratch, a scab, I've got a rip, I've got to take it out. That's a childhood thing, just got to remove it. Making things a million times worse, of course. She said, don't do that with this. And the thing is, I had scraped it that morning before seeing the doctor, because over the top of it, what it is, it looks like a great big nipple. That's what it looks like. Not one that you want to suck on, but it's a nipple nonetheless. So a big round sort of patch, and then a huge raised lump, and then at the top of that lump, this is the telltale thing about a spider bite. There's like what looks like a sealed gash, a sealed wound, which is blue or purple. Yeah, again, not a look that you want to sport, not the colours you want to see coming out your own skin. And but over the top of that, had formed like what looked like, I thought horribly, that's decomposing flesh. God, that's gangrene. Anyway, and I'd scraped it off or tried to, but it's very painful to touch. And she said, no. What it is, it's the pressure underneath, which is making the skin at the top on the surface dry out and crack. That's all that is. So she was, don't worry about that. And she said, don't worry about it at all. It's going to go down. But if it doesn't, but if it doesn't go down, now listen carefully. Take a saw to the top of your leg and just start cutting. No, if it doesn't go down in, like, I think it'd be 10 days before the course is over, and I'm only 2 days into it now, for God's sake. Come back. You're too fucking right, I'll come back, like. Fucking spiders. The son of a bitch. Why is it me? Oh, Kilt, easy access. Yeah, scuttle up there and give him a good... Oh, that's nice. Ooh. And the spider's wandering off, pissed as a fart, because it's 44% proof. Is it 44%? What is it on whiskey these days? 40%. I've had stronger than that. But it's just grouse. Anyway, cheers. Cheers again. Just to deaden the pain, this. But yeah, so any of you guys been bitten by a spider? I know a really horrible story about someone who was bitten by a spider and came back to this country. He was bitten abroad, came back to this country and noticed this lump was getting worse and worse and worse. And he was feeling ill and feverish. So he saw a doctor and they sent him to the Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine. We've got a well-renowned School of Tropical Medicine in Liverpool. So he went there and they took some tests. And yeah, you've been bitten by a spider in the Caribbean. And so take this course of medication and you'll be fine. We'll do some tests on this. But yeah, you'll be fine now. Anyway, he was out in town with a mate of his and the police caught up with him. He wasn't a criminal. He hadn't done anything wrong. And he said, are you... Oh, I won't say the name. He went, yeah. You've got to come with us now. He said, why? What's happened? What? I haven't done anything. No. There's someone... No. It's you. It's for your own sake. You've got to come with us now. Because what they'd done a test on the venom. And they discovered, and of course I've forgotten what spider it was. But whatever spider it was, he had such a reaction. It had destroyed his immune system. And they realised that if he cut himself, even the slightest cut, his blood would not congeal, he wouldn't coagulate, he would bleed out. So if he had had a nosebleed in the night whilst asleep, he'd bleed out throughout the night. So they put him on a massive course of steroids, which made him, he changed. I mean, I'm waiting for my superpowers to come out from this. I can suddenly start clinging to walls and scuttling up them, shooting webs out my ass and all that, mate. And get up the stairs a lot quicker, get to the bar a lot quicker. In fact, just a bottle of whiskey. There's a lot of benefits to it, But yeah, so I mean, it's scary. It is scary, and I'm laughing now, but I haven't seen any improvements on this, and it is painful. That's the other thing as well. It's painful. There's a sense of pressure at the wound, and it's not just like a little pinprick, it's an area. So I know you're all dying to see it, but I don't think that's probably a good idea, to be honest. No, it's not. But I was going to say then, I was going to go with that. Yeah, if you're going to wear, I mean, in a way, I'm unlucky and I'm unlucky that I wear a kilt. Unlucky in the fact that that's how it got up there in the first place, easy access. But the kilt also allows a bit of freedom. So if you're wearing jeans or trousers, it'd be rubbing against it. But that said, I've noticed, because it's a raised area, that even when I'm walking around, the kilt and the wool swishes against it, and can't win, can you? I just can't win. Fucking spiders. I'm playing some spidery music here, of course. This is the lullaby, the Widow's Lullaby from Krull, James Horner. And I think you heard Howard Shaw's Shelob's Lair from Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Anyway, folks, the day has but started, and I've got to start working. But Dragon Slayer review is coming this weekend. There's a video coming later on, providing that the delivery actually does arrive today. And there's another mystery canvas. Yes, you know him, you love him. Our good friend Steve 007 Smith has sent another canvas, and this one is I think this one's, it's Christmas themed. I think if I've got the clues right, it's Christmas themed and it's highly personalised towards myself. So he's changed the credits, I think, on the movie poster. So he'd have done some jiggly pokery there. So there'll be some fun little Easter eggs involved in this. Not spider eggs, Easter eggs. Easter eggs at Christmas time. What's going on? It's all falling apart, isn't it? But so that should be an unveiling later on, and you'll get Dragon Slayer over the weekend, which I've been promising. But it's just, you know, but what's got in the way? You know it. Stuff. Real world stuff. Beyond bloody spider bites. So anyway, if you've encountered arachnids with big drippy fangs that have put that on you, let me know. Let me know. And you know, let's all band together and form our own little rock group. I'm gonna do all charity gigs for other spider bitten victims. Oh, God. Only me could get that. And she was saying, the doctor, I said to her, well, where have I got that from then? And she, well, it's a house spider, could be anywhere. But I'm also out in the boneyard, the cemetery, with the husky, walking around in the shrubbery, overhanging trees. And, you know, so, I mean, yeah, it could be anywhere. But also the beer garden in the Telegraph pub, standing out there with the dog, because I wouldn't go outside without the dog, unless it's sunny and gorgeous and I'm got next to nothing on. Again, another reason why I get bitten, isn't it? You know, I'm thrusting my flesh to the elements. But there, I've noticed that, you know, under the lights as well, there's lights and a heater out there because it's freezing cold this time of year. So everyone's there, but you can see little bugs flying around, and yeah, it could be that. I don't know. But you've got a big house and all that, like, and you've got a dog. And I said, what about the dog? The dog will come in and with spiders on its back. And I'm like, because he's rummaging around in all the foliage. And, oh yeah, I suppose you're right, yeah. And anyway, a little addendum to this. Mrs. Kilt-Man shrieked, this is yesterday, shrieked, I think I found him. I'm like, what? Who have we lost? And who cares? If I didn't know they were lost, I don't care about them in the first place. She went, no, I think I found the spider. Oh, shit. I was like, what? So I legged it out, and in our porch, which she stupidly called the foyer the other day, the foyer. We live in a house, not a hotel, in the foyer, the reception desk. And I'll go upstairs, I'll just get the lift, shall I? You know, actually, I use webs now to get up the stairs. She went, I found this spider in the foyer. And so I went and had a look, and I went, Jesus, I said, you expect me to deal with that now, knowing what they've done to me? She was, that could be the one that did it. So I thought, I want to kill. But I don't want to kill spiders either. I don't want to kill them. I know they're nature's gardeners. Nothing ever attacks you unless it feels threatened. The only thing that does attack you without feeling threatened is, well, sharks and alligators and crocodiles. Okay, and there's a few things. Humans are what attack humans for no reason. But spiders and all the most animals and insects and creatures don't attack you unless they feel threatened, or they're just hungry. And so I went, I'm not going near that. Screw that. And she went, okay, well, just get me the brush and pan. I went, get the brush and pan. I said, just fucking kill it. Now, I said, I don't want to kill spiders, but I've got this new vengeance kick now because of what it's done to me. I said, I'm not going near it. So I got the brush and pan. She went, I'll chuck it out, don't worry. And the front door's right there, and the path and the gate and all that, the drawbridge. Just chuck it in the moat, drown the fucker. Where's the servants when you need them? You know what I mean? Where's the servants? And anyway, so I retreated, and she was, I've got it. And then I heard a shriek again. Oh, fucking hell. So I ran to the hall about a good 30 foot distance away from her. And I went, what's happened? She goes, it jumped off the pan. I said, well, where is it now? Is it running down the hall? She went, no, it's in the corner of the foyer. I'll get it again. So she did. She got it again, and she opened the front door, and then she went down the path, and she went, I'll just chuck it out here. I said, don't chuck it on the path. It's going to fucking come back. And she went, too late. I've just chucked it on the path. And then she went, oh my God. I said, what? She goes, it's marching back towards me. I said, well, get it again and chuck it out on the fucking road. So she did. But who knows? That bastard could be back, and he won't be too pleased. Spiders, folks. They're parts of the ecology. We do need them. We don't need their bites. Oh, I was going to show you it then, but no, I thought better of it. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that. It's horrible. It's horrible. It would X-rate this video. So, anyway, folks, please, in the meantime, in this 8-legged, freakish in-between time, just be careful. Check your shoes before you put them on. Look under your kilt, every once in a while. And any little itch that you've got there, be quick to just slap whatever has done that away. Folks, please be happy, be happy, be healthy, be safe, keep it kilted, keep it Celtic, and I'm going to see you all. Namaste, nasty spiders. Later.